see what we got here. And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host with the most, Griever. As always, yada, 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 yada. Let's play Dragon Age. Yada, yada, yada. We're here. We're playing Dragon Age. I got no time for the intro today. I want to get some Dragon Age done before I got to go to bed. So let's go. Alright, so what were we doing anyways? We were doing some shit. We got the Paragons Force. We got some quests. The Paragons Force. We also got ourselves a shit ton of elf fruit and some other shit that we can use. So, alright. So, before we do... Alright, so let's go... Which way we gotta go? Just said, hey. Hello. Hello. Let's see. That is to the Paragons Forest, and this is to the world map. Okay, we're gonna go that way then. Well, first, should we enter the Paragons Forest? Nah, not yet.
Alistair, what's this?
It's a sock.
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
It has your name stitched on it.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry, the men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is feeling a little damp anyway. A change would be nice.
You're going to put it on? It's filthy.
And dry. We're not exactly traveling in the lap of luxury here.
What hideous habits you've picked up.
I want to know exactly what they're doing with that sock. I like to think I know, but maybe I don't. Just pointing that out there. Alright, so back to the party camp just for a wee moment so I can collect my thoughts. We're going to check the... we got codexes. Oh, yeah, that's the problem also. We gotta read a shit ton of codexes too. Yeah, quite a few actually. Alright, so let's, the notes, we don't care about the notes. The notes are fine. Books and songs, alright. The Tale of Elorn. Justice said, let's see some of these dragons. There's a dragon, it's just I can't beat Colgrim yet. In the days after the rising of Zakiel, the Dark Ones, Zakiel being one of course, the archdemons or the old gods, the Dark Ones covered every corner of the land. The archdemon drove all the nations of the world before him, Shemlin and Evelyn alike. In the far north, where the hills wander the plains, and the earth is eternally baked between the uncaring sun, the lands which the Shemlin call Anderfels, the clan of our people lived struggling to survive the blight. Elrond was their keeper, a hunter in his younger days, crafty as any wolf. He led his people always just ahead of the darkspawn who chased them. But the old hunter knew that even Hala cannot run forever. They must turn and fight or be run down. At the foot of Meridain, the darkspawn cornered Irion's clan. That night the moon was strangled by the clouds, the earth concealed by a dread mist that rose out of nowhere, and the Elvilan could not help go from down. In the confusion, the darkspawn attacked, but Ilion had prepared for them. All around the camp, the hunters had strewn dry grass, brush, and brambles. When the sound of rustling footfalls began, Ilron had the other Haran called upon the old magic. They struck out with lightning, and through the bolts missed the darkspawn. They hit their target all the same. The sea of kindling lit, and not one of the dark creatures made it through the fire to reach Ilion's clan. Justice said, right now I'm doing homework about why Christopher Columbus or something was a cunt, but dragons are more important. I mean, see, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Christopher Columbus was an asshole. He was a cunt. He absolutely was a cunt. But him being a colonist and an explorer has been shamed nowadays. Like, people forget to disassociate the fact that Christopher Columbus was an asshole, but his findings weren't bad. You know what I mean? Like one of those artist things. And had he been a better person, maybe we would have better, Anyways, doesn't matter. Dane and the Werewolf. Let me sing of heroes and honor spelled wrong, lost and found, of monsters, men in all forms, of Dane, hunter without peer, feared by the forests of Ferelden, one whom autumn morn spied, a heart of pure white, in beam of warmest sun, a prize for a huntsman's spear. Through the greenwood they ran, hawk and hunter, bringing the stag to spear at last in long-forgotten grove, heedless that the chase had waked a hunger in the golden wood. A werewolf, a creature with mind of man, lured by the hunt and come forth to lay claim to the heart as rightful tribute, drawn by the scent of cooling blood. In the silence the two hunters held, Dane spear-armed against a wolf with all his brood. No, with sinking heart he was lost, stilled for the winding wolves of the fade, when the beast spoke, human-like in voice, "You have taken the stag from my woods and my pack, but nothing comes without a cost." The wolf pack circled ever closer, and he who felled boars and bears with his bright blade knew fear. They spoke his name in roars like gravestones, offering a beast's bargain. "Die here, huntsman, alone and forgotten, or take my place amongst the wolves as I take your place amongst the men." Thus a bargain was struck, and Dane the wolf pack served in wolven form, and the werewolf to his family sped as Dane. 1 year and a day all told, but some things cannot be repent, some coinage cannot be unspent. When hearts are wagered, a fissure rent. I like that. That's nice. That was a sexy fucking poem. Not gonna lie, that was a sexy ass poem. Keeper Zarathian, even with all our magic and skill, we only delay the inevitable. It is said that the elves lived in Ferelden long before any other set foot there, and though most of their knowledge has been lost, it falls to the keeper of each clan to preserve what they have. Zarathian is an old, severe elf with a little love for outsiders, but his clan is facing a more trying enemy than most. Witherfang. Witherfang is, according to the keeper Zarathian, a wolf. He is no ordinary wolf, however. He is a wolf possessed by a powerful spirit and the source of the werewolf curse that plagues the Barakulan forest. While Witherfang is hundreds of years old and very powerful in his own right, the only way to end his curse is to bring his heart to bring it back to Zarathian. Wow, so there's some shit going down, that's for sure. Justice said, "Such great poetry. Sadly, I don't like poetry." Well, then you are lost. As Obi-Wan once said to Anakin Skywalker, "Well, then you are lost." That's all I gotta say about that. Valasin, the blood writing. When the children of our people come of age, they earn the privilege of wearing the Valasin, the blood writing. It sets us apart from the Shemlin. Ah, when they come of age, that's why some of them don't have the tattoos. And from the elves who have thrown their lot in with them, and reminds us that we will never again surrender our tradition and beliefs. The ritual deserves great reverence. The one who is to gain the Vaseline must prepare by meditating on the gods and the ways of our people, and by purifying the body and the skin. When the time comes, the keeper of the clan applies the blood writing. It is done in complete silence. Cries of pain are signs of weakness. If one cannot tolerate the pain of the blood writing, they are not ready to undertake the responsibilities as an adult. The keeper may stop the ritual if they decide that the one gained the Vaseline is not ready. There's no shame in this, for all the children are different, and our ancestors once took centuries to come of age. Oh, very interesting. And I'm glad they don't blame, like Jesus. Arlathan, Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal, and never changing, like the great oak tree. They were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, and ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate. An introduction could last for years. From time to time, it sounds like the Ents. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber, but this was not death, for they knew they wandered the fane in dreams. Sort of like Twilight vampires a little bit there. Like, they get so old at a point that like they end up like sitting for like 500 years, and they're like, "Oh, we're starting to atrophy. Maybe we should move." In those ages, our people called all the land Elviland, which in the old language means place of our people, and at the center of the world stood the great city Arlathan, a place of knowledge and debate where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for a millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what we today would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forest and ancient trees was changing. The humans first arrived from Parvalan, to the north. Apparently we came from Parvalan. Interesting. Which is now the Kunari, who detest humans. Called Shemlin or Quicklings by the ancients. The humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quicker to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But the humans brought worse things in war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves who spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the human brash and impatient lives. Many believed that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understood is simply similar to the way the humans see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Avalan off from the humans for fear that this quickening effect would crumble the civilization. Now, that actually makes a lot of sense. And I'm curious, in Dreadwolf, I hope they bring it up. I want to know why they truly lost their immortality. You know what I mean? Like, they say it's this reason and that reason, but what's the real reason? You know what I mean? Okay, so we got 4 more codexes to get through. Elgarnan, the god of vengeance. Long ago, when time itself was young, the only thing in existence were the sun and the land. The sun, curious about the land, bowed his head close to her body, and Elgaran was born in a place where they touched. The sun and the land loved Elgaran greatly, for he was beautiful and clever. As a gift to Elgaran, the land brought forth great birds and beasts of sky and forest, and all the manner of wonderful green things. Elgaran loved his mother's gifts and praised them highly and walked amongst them often. Okay, seriously guys, we're almost done. We just got to get through it because I got all the codexes at the end of the last stream and refused to read them because I was stupid. I should have read a few of them. That way we wouldn't be stuck here. Maybe I'll read the other 3 later. If we get through it next codex, I'll read 2. The sun, looking down upon the fruitful land, saw the joy that Elgaran took in her works and grew jealous. Out of spite, he shone his face upon all the creatures the earth had created and burned them all to ashes. Land cracked and split from bitterness and pain and cried salt tears for the loss that all she had wrought. A pool of tears cried for the land became the ocean, and the cracks in her body the first rivers and streams. Elgaran was furious at what his father had done and vowed vengeance. He lifted himself up to the sky and wrestled the sun. Determined to defeat him, they fought for an eternity. Eventually the sun grew weak, while Elgaran's rage was unabated. Eventually Elgaran threw the sun down from the sky and buried him in the deep abyss created by the land's sorrow. With the sun gone, the world was covered in shadow. All that remained in the sky were the remainders of Elgaran's battle with his father, drops of the sun's lifeblood, which twinkled and shimmered in the darkness. Wait, so is there no sun? Because I question that. Not gonna lie. Alright, we'll read Silesi the Hearthkeeper. That's a short one. Kane said Sakura versus Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi. Goku's wife? I get Bulma against Sakura. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. These two tamed the goats of shonen manga. They tamed the goats. Remember what happened when God of Destruction slapped Bulma? First off, her head didn't go flying. Made of sturdier stuff than any of us. And second off, remember what happened to Beerus after Bulma got slapped? Just saying. Sayasi the Hearthkeeper. Sayasi the Hearthkeeper is seen as the sister of the Andril the Huntress. While Andril loved to run with the creatures of the wild, Salis preferred to stay by her home tree, occupying herself with gentle arts and songs. It is Salis who gave us fire and taught us how to use it. And Salis who showed us how to heal with herbs and magic, and how to ease the passage of infants into this world. And again, it is Salis who showed up to spin the fibers of plants into thread and rope. We owe much to Salis, and that is why we sing to her when we kindle the fires and when we put out. This is why we sprinkle our avrels with Salis fragrant tree moss, and ask that she protect us all from within. Okay, and now we have, another short one. June, the god of craft. We dedicate all our crafts to June, for it is he who taught the people to bend the branches to make our bows, and to fashion coverings of fur and iron bark. Without June, will we have the avrel, or the harness for our hala? When the people were young, we wandered in the forest without purpose. We drank from streams and ate the berries and nuts that we could not find. We did not hunt, for we had no bows. We were nothing, for we had no knowledge of spinning our needle craft. We shivered in the cold nights and went hungry through the winters, when all the world was covered in ice and snow. Then the Celeste, the hearthkeeper, came and gave us fire and taught us how to feed it with wood. June taught us how to fashion bows and arrows and knives, and so that we could hunt. We learned to cook the flesh of the creatures we hunted over Celeste's fire, and we learned to clothe ourselves in their furs and skin, and the people were no longer cold nor hungry. And finally, alright, I said we were going to finish it, but now we have Feneral the Dread Wolf, which, let's go. Kane says Sailor Moon versus Zeno. Sailor Moon. Feneral, the Dread Wolf. This is a precious little we know about Feneral, for they say he did not care for our people. Eligran and Mithral created the world as we know it, and Andriel taught us the ways of the hunters. Celeste and June gave us fire and crafting, but Feneral kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arathan, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Feneral spent centuries in a far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. The legends say that before the fall of Arathan, the gods we know and the revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. This is not a Haren among us who remembers those. Only in dreams do we hear whispered the names of Geldren and Darathan and Aranes, for they are the forgotten ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. In ancient times, only Feneral could walk without fear among both our gods and the forgotten ones. For although he is kin to the gods of the people, the forgotten ones knew of his cunning ways and saw him as one of their own. And that is how Feneral tricked them. Our gods saw him as a brother. They trusted him when they said that he must keep to the heavens when he arranged a truce. And the forgotten ones trusted him also, when he said he would arrange for the defeat of our gods, if only the forgotten ones would return to the abyss for all of them. Betrayed. They trusted Feneral, and were betrayed. And Feneral sealed them away so they could never again walk amongst the people. And we know apparently that this is all false information. Kane said, I love Ichigo, but he cannot solo all of the Naruto verse by himself. No, he probably can't, but the Bleach verse can solo the Bleach verse can defeat the Naruto verse. 1v1, that's a different story, but the whole verse against him, he's gonna die. Probably gonna die, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so we got our shit. Yeah, alright, so we're good. Alright, so let's go forth. And I want to bring Morgan,
Indeed.
Alistair,
Yes.
and Win with
Yes.
me.
Oh,
Oh,
blast it.
sorry.
Horse feathers.
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. We're currently in the Brackulan outskirts. I want to actually go to Ban Loren's lands. But first I'm going to go to Denerim. Just to check on the status of a certain level up ability of a character, which magic, a little bit here, and okay, combat to the final level. And what are we looking at? We're looking at haste, blah blah blah. What's that move again? Crushing prison, animate dead, mana clash. So we need mana drain and mana cleanse. We're gonna need 2 more levels at least to get to the mana clash. But that's the ability that's gonna destroy all those mages for us, and I'm here for it. I really am. So let's see the last request. Alright, yeah, we gotta do that. Kill some lowlights. There are more left. That's in the last request also. Missing an action. Find Rexel. I don't know where Rexel is or Fazil. That's the problem. I have no idea where these people are. Either way, I'm gonna go and check on wait, do we have enough? What's our gold count like? No, we need 20. We need 20, so we can't accept Wade's armor yet because we need 20 20 sovereigns. Line Rev said Mana Clash. Right, exactly. So I need Mana Clash. I can't get it quite yet. I'm not high enough level. And I wasted some levels on some other things. But I will certainly be getting it. I mean, potentially I could buy one of the arcane things, but I also want Wade's shit. So I'm patient. I'm patient about the deserted building, guys. I'm patient. Don't worry about it. Let's check out Ban Lauren's lands for a moment. How about we do that? Take a close look at the guards. Ben Lauren. Okay. King Kaelin's Honor Guard. Okay. Join the fray. Oh, Jesus. Killed him. You son of a bitch. We're gonna kill you then. There we go. Boom. Boom.
Now, better than later. Right, all right. I love how desperate you are. You're pathetic. Let's make this quick.
Oh, he's a yellow, that's why. Had I known that, I probably would have helped out sooner. Seriously. Well, that's too bad. But he died. Apparently we can talk to him.
All right, all right.
Oh, some elf root. Sorry guys, not gonna give up my elf root. Elf root, yes. Elf root. Elf root! We love the elf root. Alright, we don't really care for death root technically, but whatever. We'll take it. Okay, let's see. Oh.
Now, better than later.
And nothing over there. Okay, cool. Remember him as Eric Madigan, a member of Kaelin's Honor Guard. Honor spelt wrong at Oscar. Well, that's sad. Oh, wait.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
Kane said a turn of power for verses. 1 Bleach, 2 Naruto, 3 Fairy Tail, 4 Black Clover, 5 Seven Deadly Sins. Ooh, 7 Deadly Sins below. You know Escanor exists, right? I think your assessment of 7 Deadly Sins is off, but let's continue. One Piece, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Tokyo Revengers, and alright, Caden's trolling because he knows Toriko is above all of those. Toriko is the GOAT, is number 0, if you will. So yeah. So other than Toriko, of course, everything seems in order. I would agree. I would agree everything's in order other than, of course, Toriko. But 7 Deadly Sins, honestly, I feel like 7 Deadly Sins can easily beat Black Clover. That's no question. Fairy Tail, comparable. And then Naruto, we can talk. But I think 7 Deadly Sins deserves spot number 4, at the very least, and Black Clover number 5. Caden says, turns out the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! That died drowning a few months back was actually trying to save 3 people that were drowning at the time. An accident happened and he ended up drowning. Then he's a hero. Just like Yamayugi. He's the pharaoh we wanted and needed, and he died too soon. That is amazing.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter. You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
You're making it sound like it's been a while, which technically I suppose it has, so.
Leave it to me to be the one who lingers. But if it's the likes of you who sees me to my final hour, perhaps things happen for a reason. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the wardens.
It's just important.
The royal arms chest. It's where Kalen kept his father's sword. The one he always said he'd slay the archdemon with.
More than that, there was a secret compartment where he kept documents concerning his dealings with Empress Selene and the Orlesians. He didn't get the chance. Duncan was so busy with the new recruits and keeping Loghain at bay. Whatever his reasoning, it's me Kalen entrusted it to.
Fair enough.
The
DLC
Maker has
shit.
a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Kalen entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there. I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock, even if they did?
The Darkspawn are more cunning than we give them credit for. But the king trusted that lock with his secrets. I'd guess that the contents of that chest are still intact.
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
Oh, Alistair's like,
Events at
yeah.
Ostagar still haunt
oh,
my
these
thoughts.
two were at Ostagar, so
That
they're
is where
like,
we are
yeah.
headed.
This is ironic.
I'd like to
I didn't
accompany you.
intend for these two to
It's
come,
vital that the
but
king's
they are
documents
here
do not
because,
fall
yeah.
into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kalen's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Wow. A new quest to return to Ostagar, eh? Should we go there? Yeah. Let's go to the Frostback Mountains first. How's that? Well, we will be going back to Ostagar, don't you people worry. Oh, an ox. Old Tarragon. Some elf root. What do we got? Old.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegra can get you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Oh, for 12 gold we get... Alright, so we gotta sell some shit for that, but I'll buy that. Some sort of mercy. Painting of the Revel Queen, blue satin shoes. Okay, let's buy that. The Silver Sword of Mercy, sure. The Painting of the Rebel Queen, sure. Apprentice Amulet, Dwarven Heavy Armor. Dwarven Armor. Dwarven Armor is kind of cool. It's definitely very cool. Ceremonial Armored Boots. I think we're all good. We just need the Tome of Skill and Sundry. So let's sell some shit to get it. That. Sell him that. Sell him the trap. Let's see, what else could I sell him? Sell him the axe, the battle axe, this, that, the other thing, mace, short bow. Yeah, well, we'll hold on to that because I think Liliana could use that. Hellflight arrows, we'll get rid of those. These bolts, we'll get rid of those. The leather helm, the soldier's helm, standard bear's helm, sure. Tailor's gloves, coarse cut, leather, yep. Shield of Highever, unfortunately we have to sell it. Noble clothing, sell it. Buckle of the Winds, +3 defense, we'll keep that. We'll keep the runes. We'll keep the other shit, but yeah. Alright, so we have 22. Alright, now we're up to 22, so yeah, take that. So I'll buy that and use that because that's going to help us out in the long run. So there we go, level up. And we get nothing there, but we do get a skill. And our first skill is going to be stealing, so we can get the other skills, of course. Now, I know some of you are thinking, we get the survival thing for the Hala. No, we'll get that naturally. We'll be fine. Alright, let's continue. Let's venture. Let's continue to the Frostback Mountains. Once we get there, we'll check in with the chat. Okay, here we are. And we'll have to check our codex for a moment on notes. And the return to Oscar. Oh, it gives all the program. That's cool. The return to Oscar credits. I like that. Let's see. Caden said, I was debating between which verse was stronger, Black Clover or Seven Deadly Sins. I can see an argument for either one over the other. If Escanor was still alive, it'd be above Black Clover. Escanor and Meliodas make... Zeldris makes Black Clover is not stronger. Sorry. And Fairy Tale, honestly, with Escanor, you're winning, you know? Caden said, I just don't see how anybody in Fairy Tale could kill Hagormoro or his brother, especially with the truth-seeking orbs and all the hacks that they have in the truth-seeking orbs, destroy everything untouched. No, I understand Naruto. I was saying Seven Deadly Sins above Fairy Tale, potentially. Kane said, the reason why I put Bleach as number 1, excluding Toriko, is because I don't see how anybody in the knowledge of the first can handle the Almighty. And the way Bleach beat is just BS anyways. I mean, yeah, but you also can't handle Koikatsu Getsu. Like... Aizen bodies most verses, right? Yamamoto. Ichibei. Like, it's not just Yuha Bak. That's all I'm saying. Lion Rev 7 says, you get some really cool items. Yeah. Oh, I know. I've played this game many times. Trust me. I played it when it came out. I bought the DLC. Trust me. I've played this game many times. I know I get Kalen's armor. I know I get all the cool shit. I was just questioning because at different levels, they come as Silverite, Dragon Bone, Red Steel versions, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to get the max version. I don't want to go to Oscar too quickly and get Kalen's armor set, which is badass, but unfortunately, what if it was only Red Steel level? You imagine? Kane said, I don't think you should go there because last time you got dog walk, you were nowhere near strong enough yet. No. That was Haven. I'm fine, Caden. Caden said Star Wars universe, dog walks, Star Trek universe. Star Wars is better than Star Trek. Yeah, I agree. Lion Rev 77 with 1 point in steel, you unlock the thief missions in Denram. Exactly why I did it. See, Lion Rev knows what I'm doing. Lion Rev got that Dragon Age Origins mindset. Lion Rev knows what I'm doing. Kane said, I have a feeling if Doomslayer was in Dragon Age, no one would be able to stop him except for Morgan for obvious reasons. I mean, Morgan is Morgan. Alright, so we're gonna reach ourselves to Orzammar and then maybe we'll go back. I'm not sure, but either way, I just want to play the field a little bit here. I'm playing the field a little bit, guys, before I commit to anything. Because once you commit, you really don't want to go back. But we'll be right back because I really need to take a leak. Alrighty. So now let's continue and let's get into the Frostback Mountains. Kane said, I don't think Aizen's ability can affect Naruto, Haguruma, etc. because they are immune to illusion abilities. But it's not an illusion. It's not... He controls your senses. It's not an illusion. That's the point. It's not actually an illusion. He literally fucks up your senses. So it's not an illusion. People mistake that and they try to use that. No. Koikatsu Igetsu is not the ultimate illusion. It's a literal, I'm taking control of your senses. If it does work, depending on how fast they can break out of it, it would decide who wins. Yeah. But once again, it's not an illusion. So, yeah. People make that mistake all the time. People think Koikatsu Igetsu is an illusion. It is not a fucking illusion. Like, even Tekking 101, who's, I would argue, the Bleach authority on the internet, brought it up and said, people get that wrong a lot. And even the Wikipedia, he even brought up the Wikipedia page gets that wrong a lot, too. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Whoa, what? Alright. Okay, I died. Wow, okay. Revival. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. Talk about bullshit. So we need that mana. Yeah, well, now that I know that they're coming after me, I'm going after that mage. Okay, so now that we know what's coming, we're going after the mage. There we go. Mage is down. Mage is dead, people. There we go. What do you think about that? Boom, boom. Once you get rid of those fucking mages, life becomes fairly easy. Well, I'm gonna follow the weird ass path. I'll hit save because I'm wondering why they attacked me in the first place. So, save as Frostback. Kane said, even with that ability, there were similar abilities in Naruto. I would still say 60-40 Bleach on the high end. Oh yeah, like Bleach versus Naruto is still not a. It's not a like wipe. It's not a. Bleach versus Naruto is still high diff on either side. I give Bleach about a 70-30, but yeah, is what it is. Okay, so.
My. I did not expect it to be this crowded.
Alright, so Wynn's wondering what's going on. I'm wondering what's going on. Everybody wondering what's going on. Let's see, Dwarf?
I paid a ransom for a trade permit. They can't do this.
The ancestors protect us all.
Shady Thug. Oh, here we go.
Some kind of problem. Oh? What was this about? How sad it is to see a grey...
We never get that helmet, I believe, which is unfortunate.
I have no time to straighten this out for you. Men, let's teach the Grey Warden a lesson about trust.
There we go. Boom.
Begin the onslaught.
Boom, baby.
You cannot win. Wipe them out.
There we go.
I'll get on it.
Boom. Well, there we go. We got the... I think that was the last deserter, so that's probably something good, right? Right? Yeah? Okay. And the Shady Thug had something too. Let's see. Kane said, I just realized the other day that Mario and Luigi are isekai characters because Mario and Luigi are from the Bronx. Oh, Jesus. Kane said, I'm just confused why the people that just think a character is from Bleach, they could stop any other solo, any other verse. A lot of that comes from the idea that sort of the same stupid power scaling thing about like Soul Reapers are basically gods of death, so they could literally like just instant kill them because they're supposed to be the Grim Reapers, right? So they're stupid people, right? Kane said there are only 10 strong people in all of Bleach that could probably dog walk other anime verses. Yeah, 10 or 12, yeah. I agree.
This is madness. They can't just shut down the city.
Okay, so the city is shut down. Let's see what people are saying here.
Folks came in yesterday. I hear there's been more fighting. The Queen is determined to see this through, isn't she?
My brother says he's leaving for the Free Marches. Says Ferelden is done for.
Much more of this, and I may have to
Dwarf?
agree with him.
What's over here? Oh, the apprentice.
So you met this sibling of...
What can I do for you? This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant. Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline. Even if we're denied a caste, the Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
Alright, here's the biggest conundrum. Balin is better for Orzammar, and I hate it. I want to go with Haremont, but I hate it. Let's see. Kane said, in all honesty, I think people overpower Bleach. They probably do. I think people make 3 stronger than what it, stronger than what they actually is. They don't understand some of the abilities. Kane said, in Bleach, there is only one person that is said to have the power to destroy a planet, and that was the Quincy King. Well, actually, Ichigo and Aizen can also destroy planets. That was stated, but and Yamamoto could literally burn up an entire verse. So 5 people, listen, you already got incorrect information. 5 people are confirmed in universe, in manga, to be able to destroy planets. So, yeah, we have 5, but yeah, I know what you're saying. And I agree. Kane said the soaking doesn't count because all he is a dead body. The Soul King. Oh, the Soul King. Yeah, I'm not counting the Soul King.
Twice a year. I'm confined.
Here's the worst part. Balin is better for the everything.
It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you.
Wait, I want to trade with him, though.
Again, I'm flattered by your interest, Great Lord. Best of luck to...
But I want to trade. What does he got? Why can't I see what he's got? I don't understand. That is annoying. So he's not a merchant? But he is a merchant? That is the most annoying fucking pull the rug out from under me shit that I've ever seen.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his
He's not a
appointed
king.
messenger.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
They hide because they are dwarves.
I would challenge any race to fare as well. Our king is dead. Endrunai Dukan returned to the Stone not 3 weeks ago. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor.
Yeah, if you play the dwarf noble
It is not
origin,
settled
you
soon.
know about this.
We risk a civil war.
Wait, who are you to speak for Ferelden? You're no messenger to Loghain, that's for certain.
Thank the ancestors.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Well, if you hadn't spelled honor wrong, you'd be fine.
What? Lies and slander! King Loghain will not suffer this. I will not suffer it.
He would never actually be the king, by the way.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
Where are they?
Let us end this.
Oh, no, attack this one. You don't need the fucking... You don't need the mage doing anything weird.
Loghain will reward me for this.
So I'm talking about everything I gather right now is red
Can
steel.
I get you a ladder so you can get
I
off
want
my
at
back?
least silverite before I go and get King Cailan's armor.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Alrighty.
A trust follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer the fair journeys, Warden.
What's my guard, beggar? Alright, so we gotta see all the Paragons.
How magnificent.
I haven't
These
eaten
must
in
be the
days.
statues of the dwarven Paragons.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Okay, so
you do
we
not
got...
approve of me, do you?
You have to ask. I didn't realize I was being subtle.
Ah, the old cat still has her claws, I see. And you also do not approve of my involvement with our stalwart Grey Warden.
You are dangerous, Morrigan. Dangerous, cunning, and thoroughly deceitful. But you are beautiful, and he is young. It's a pity he doesn't know any better.
Why, Wynne, I do believe that is the first time you have ever offered a compliment. Thank you.
Only you would take that as a compliment.
Listen, old woman. What happens between myself and him is not your concern. You can approve or not approve as you wish, but this is one thing you cannot influence and mold to your liking.
So you say. I do hope that one day soon you will discover that neither is he.
You mistake my intent, old cat, and you are a fool.
Am I? Well, let's hope so.
Now, the two mages don't really get along, do they? Let's see. Kane said, the argument that I hate the most is that, oh, they didn't have spiritual pressure so they instantly die. Yeah, it's the same with the whole chakra shit. Yeah, I agree. Kane said, well, when within Bleach there are characters that are flexing their spiritual pressure and regular humans are not dying because they should prove that spiritual pressure cannot kill regular people. It can if they flex it. Like Eisen proved that. They just choose not to.
Nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Do not speak that way about the man who should be king!
I mean, technically, it's all about tradition, and Balin does.
I won't have fighting in the commons, especially in front of outsiders. If I find that sodding fool, I'll have him in the Legion. Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order. Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You could join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No Paragons here.
Paragons?
Surfacers appoint no Paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter. They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate. Surfacers appoint no Paragons? If you must be our warden. See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry. Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. The true... Yes, you should.
Very interesting. Alright, well, we're probably gonna peace, I think. I think we'll go to the Bracken of the Forest first. I like that quest better. I'll leave Orzammar to the very end. But at least we solved a few other quests. Wait, the Trial of Crows. to kill Ambassador Ganley, who is residing in the royal palace of Orzammar. When you take him out of serving the play, we'll clean up the mess and look. Alright, so we have to do that first, I believe. Delivers all the notice of interpretation. One in the deep roads, we can't do that. 10 rows of deep mushrooms. Wind's regrets. Declaration of duty we fixed. I don't know how we haven't done the notices of death yet. Huh. Alright, so we gotta get, we still need to, alright.
Relieve. I do not understand what you mean.
Most your age would spend much of their time preoccupied wondering when they might perish. Yet you already know.
Eavesdropping is not considered very polite, dear.
A fortunate thing, then, that I do not consider myself bound by such rules.
In response to your question, I know only that I died once. I do not know how much time I have left, only that it is very little.
That is not so very different than before, surely. You are an old woman.
One who keenly appreciates that our time in this world should be spent doing what is important.
I have always lived by such a philosophy.
How reassuring.
Yeah, technically it aged her because she's only like 47 and she looks like crazy. I always find it funny when people think Goku is the strongest fictional character when he's the strongest in his own verse. I mean, he was in Dragon Ball Z. You gotta remember, by the end of Dragon Ball he was, and also by the end of Dragon Ball Z. By the end of Dragon Ball Super, which hasn't ended yet, you have to remember, Goku was the strongest for a number of years. Remember, there was a big gap of time between Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. There was like 20 years, or 15 years between those two. The end of Dragon Ball Z and the start of Dragon Ball Super was a decade at least. So, Goku was the GOAT for over a decade. Caden said, people honestly think that Goku has a chance against Ghost Rider, Dr. Manhattan, Legion, etc. In all honesty, would have to fight any of them, he would die instantly. Once again, you have to just consider which version you're talking about, which power system.
So this is Orzammar.
Ancestors guard the sun for you. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone. My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Rak. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only Smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself. A warden. So you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Aww. Okay, so technically the strongest person at the end of Dragon Ball Z was Gohan. No, the strongest person was Vegito. The strongest person was Vegito at the end of Dragon Ball Z. And also, it's been acknowledged that at the end of the day, Dragon Ball Z's Super Saiyan 3 and Ultimate Gohan are similar power levels. Not the same, but similar. So we're supposed to. So I'm gonna go off that sort of, you know.
Is that drunken singing I hear?
Wait. Huh? Wait, then. This is where we get Ogren. Because I... Non-fused character. Okay. It's either Goku or Gohan then. I'll give you Gohan then. I can give you Ultimate Gohan. That's fine. Unlock potential Gohan. Fine, dandy. I'm good with it.
They're everywhere. I can't... What? Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends. They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Codex updated. What codex is updated? Quest related is updated. Wait a minute. Unbound. Could be that one. Character-wise, oh shit, we got a lot. We got Balin. Time for action, not culture debate. The third king of Eldrin's children. Balin has always been considered the last and least of his family. Not the heir nor the favorite. Spelt wrong and not an accomplished as either sibling. Balin's most notable trait was his ability to stay out of trouble. He's third. Yeah. King Eldrin Adukin. Denial of the tradition of our people does not qualify as political tenacity. Eldrin of House Adukin traces his ancestry back to the Paragon Adukin, the greatest warrior of Orzamar's history, who beat back the Darkspawn hordes in the first fight, the second son of King Ansag Adukin. He became the heir after his elder brother died in the Proving. The most respected king in 4th generation, restored contact with Kal Sharok, the only other remaining city of the once vast Dwarven Empire, which had been lost during the First Blight. And we also have Lord Pyrel Haramont. Kane said the reason I say Gohan was the strongest is because he basically dog-walked Super Buu. Super Buu is stronger than Kid Buu. We all agree, and Kid Buu was stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Fair enough. Actually, fair argument. Alright, so then I'll put it Vegito, Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I am fully accepted to agree with that because he said, fight you? No, I'm going to kill you. You know, and that was the shit. No one's born with rights to the throne. Yeah, they are. The sitting king may recommend a successor, but the assembly ultimately decides who will rule. See, the problem with Haramont is a hypocrite, and now I always went with Haramont. I have never gone with Balin before in my life, but this time I'm finally going to go with Balin because I was reading on Reddit. I was reading a lot of shit, and realistically, Balin's an asshole, but Haramont is literally the perfect politician. He's the Trump. He's the one who has deceived people into believing his bullshit. You know? And it's like, oh my god, I was a Trump follower of Haramont. And I had no idea. And now that my eyes have been open, I realize, oh my god, this guy is awful. This guy is a politician. He's terrible. Balin might be a piece of shit, but at the very least, he's honest about it. Haramont pretends to be the good guy, but is actually an even worse piece of shit. House Haramont is one of the oldest noble houses, as old as Orzammar itself, Enderon's most trusted advisor. Haramont is well known for being an able administrator and author of many compromises in the ever-warring assembly. And we get the Paragons. Well, let's talk about the Paragons in a moment, because I gotta take a leak. So I'll be right back. Alright, so let's see. The Paragons. Kane said the reason I say Gohan was the strongest, blah, blah, blah. Kane said I'm talking about non-fused, infused characters. Yeah, so if we include fused characters, it goes Vegito, Gohan, Boo. No, it goes... No. Super Saiyan 3. Gotenks is not stronger. No. No, you're wrong here. We have Vegito, yes. Gohan, yes. Then Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Then Super Boo. Then Gotenks. Then your number scheme's all messed up. So, anyways. Paragons. As I studied among the dwarves, I became aware of their social system was as rigid as the stone that surrounded them. From the lowest servant to the king of Orzammar, each dwarf has a caste, a rigid social standing, which dictates what he or may do with it. What fascinated me was that the dwarves, stubborn and proud as they may be, have built in a way even the lowliest dwarf to bypass the caste system and reach prominence. Any dwarf who has made an achievement of significance can be named Paragon, elevating dwarf above all others. Basically, if you're a slave, you can become great if you become Isaac Newton tomorrow. To become a paragon is to be recognized as essentially a living ancestor. So your words are considered infallible, and the dwarves liken you onto a god. Your family, they'll choose to ascend with you, become founders of a new line of nobility. Indeed, every existing noble house among the dwarf races is linked back to a founding paragon. It is a rare thing, however, in my visit, I learned that only one paragon has been elected in generations, the smith Bronca, exalted for the discovery of smokeless coal. I met the paragon Bronca only once during my day. Or my stay, and I consider it an odd occasion indeed. Surrounded by those of her house, the ill-tempered woman was draped in the finest clothing and jewelry, and was obviously revered even in the highest nobles, perhaps even among the king. Yet she seemed to enjoy none of it. The burden of being a living legend is great, it appears. Statues of the Paragons are found throughout Orzammar, though nowhere prominently than the Hall of Heroes, through which one passes entering the surface. It is a breathtaking sight to behold. Great works of stone are all seemingly held to the ceiling above. It's meant to impress upon the visitors to Orzammar all those who've gone before. I think it is also meant to remind dwarves going to the surface that though abandoning their brethren forever, they are leaving behind. Brother Gen TV was there. Interesting. Okay, so we got all that. Alright, cool.
This ale is perfect with a slow roasted nut.
Where's Og?
I don't understand why the provings aren't up. Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden? You don't get far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard there was a Grey Warden in town. No offense, but you kind of stand out. Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know,
a lot of beardless dwarves over here.
Decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
Dan said, I forgot about Gotenks. He'll be number 5 after Gohan. No, you mentioned Gotenks, though. He'll be number 5 after Gohan, because Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is way stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I don't think he is, at all. Nope. He learned that technique after 5 fucking minutes. There's no way. I understand they're a fusion, but remember, these are two individuals that can only go Super Saiyan normally. Normally, they can only go Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks cannot be stronger than Goku at Super Saiyan 3. No, he's not. I don't get it. No. Nope.
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege...
If you want to think Gotenks is stronger in Super Saiyan 3 than Goku, be my guest, but I don't see it.
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrimont seems a bit more forgiving.
Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning. Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill. As you wish.
I don't like the caste system. I really do not. Thought Ogren would be in here.
I trust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you? Certainly, Warden.
Wait, I'd like a drink.
Did you need something else, Warden? With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have? I recommend a Brakian brew. She has a heavy head and a deep, rich taste. 3 silvers gives you a pint. What would you like? So, what'll it be then? A Grey Warden is always welcome in Tapsters.
Alright, so apparently... Yeah. Kane said, the reason I say Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku is because Gotenks was on par with Super Buu. Okay. Super Buu is stronger than Kid Buu, and Kid Buu is stronger than Goku. But remember that Super Saiyan 3 Goku was at a disadvantage when he didn't start the fight at full strength. Remember that? Remember that key point? There was shit going on, I'm just saying.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
Wait.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. The Shaperid controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperid, Orzammar's record system. Like the Chantry's historians, but more thorough. They track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle, marriage, or divorce. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please, let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Of course, a short-haired, beardless dwarf is a part of the Chantry. Why am I not fucking surprised by that? We got a new codex. Yay. So I think we're going in the wrong direction to get to the castle.
Let me guess. This is where the poor people live.
Yeah, I'm with Alistair. Let me guess. This is where the poor people live. So let's see. Nothing going on, but I think we're about to be thugged. What?
Get 20 for their kid. All right.
Now we get our hands dirty. Too easy. No mercy. I am your death.
Wow. Kane said, why does the voice from that dwarf sound so familiar? The voice has to come from a famous voice actor. A lot of famous voice actors do do Bioware work, so it's probably, so you're probably not wrong. There's probably quite a few of that.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. To tell the truth, I was supposed to meet someone. A traveler like you. But it doesn't look like he made it through the gate. Any chance you're looking to make a little coin? No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. More so for someone like you, I guess. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity.
He said, did you see the remastered scenes of Naruto? They said released for Naruto's 20? No, I didn't. If you haven't seen it, I think you should do a reaction.
It's only found down here.
Sure. I could lock that in the logbook.
Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Of course.
So maybe you should shut the fuck up and let me do what I came here to do. You piece of shit. 60 mushrooms? Sure, because I need 10 anyways. So... Agents... Efret's boots, eh? I'm afraid sovereigns, sorry, it ain't worth it. Sorry, bitches. Just ain't worth it. Okay, now let's tab again. Idle dwarf. Okay, so basically we gotta talk to her.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple.
Kane said, yesterday I found out there was a isekai about President Putin going to a fantasy world like Lord of the Rings type world. Well, that is god fucking awful.
Well, thank you truly, my lord. That's right good of you. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill? I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. never healed proper. I don't know where you're from, but in Orzammar, casteless have no lineage, so it's no crime to hurt you. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town. If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want. Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place. I'll just stay out of your way then.
Give up 5 silvers, but I'm not
Spare
mad
a bit
about
for
it.
the needy? Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout.
And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no, I can't bear to even think of it. My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
Okay, fuck that. That's horrible.
I cannot abandon my baby.
No,
The
you
Shapers
can't.
teach that
No.
only children of true lineage exist, not those born casteless. But they never carried a child. He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth, an accident I forced on him.
No, you're a good mother, yeah. Yeah, I could reason with your
You would
family.
do that? But why?
Because that's fucking wrong. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna convince you. I'll kill your family. I would rather kill your family who thinks that that's a good idea than let that child dropping. Think about it. Think about it, people. Think about it. You might think I'm crazy. You might think I'm drunk. You might think I'm high. Doesn't matter. Think about this for a minute. Step A. Have a baby. Step B. It's not the baby that your family wants. Step C. Put that baby in front of a firing squad of Nazis. Do you see where the problem between B and C lies? And do you see how if the family of said A is wrong and should be and is the problem? Because I see it, and I argue any man, woman, or whatever gender you want to fucking be today, to argue that point, fuck those people. Like, yeah, no. Don't look a gift warden in the mouth, yeah.
I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man.
I'm gonna cut
His
that
name
neck
is
right
Ordine,
off.
And he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
I'll kill him if nothing else. No, I'm serious. I will literally, if the option is to kill him, I'll fucking kill him. Because no man abandons their family. Men don't abandon their family, and no family should bury their child. There are rules. There are rules of humanity that people have forgotten that should be followed. And certain rules have been forgotten for far too fucking long. Kane said, what if she's lying to you? There's always that possibility. Indeed there is. See? And here comes the crux. There's always the option that she's lying. And too often, this is the case. Too many men are swept under the guise of she's lying. So wait a minute. If she isn't lying to you, I 100% agree with your decision, but there's still a small chance she's lying. I would investigate first before I made a decision, which is what, in fact, I am going to do. But I agree. Caden is not wrong. Is that there are two sides. Generally in our world, which is a shitty ass fucking world to be in, but our world, the woman is right and the man is wrong. Thankfully, we're playing an RPG. We're role-playing. So, we don't have that problem. Right? Let's go to Tapesters. Let's just see what the father has to say. So, she claims she has to go with the baby. Maybe there's something else is going on. Caden's not wrong. Let's see.
What are you looking at, stranger? I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine. Oh, I'm the monster, not the castless wretch that filled my daughter with his brat. I've got a family and a reputation to protect. I'm not letting one stupid girl drag us all down. What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought. Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
See, isn't that nice? That's nice. See, Caden had a good point, and I started to question it, but there's no indication of lying. See, normally, when lying whores do lying whore shit, they look like a lying whore. Generally speaking, lying whores have Lululemon pants on. Just saying. They have hoop earrings, tube tops, and Lululemon, and they just got a $200 fucking makeover. So, like a $200 haircut or some shit. They're usually well put together for someone who has no money and has 4 kids, right? Generally, that's how they look. And I'm not judging people that like their Lululemon and all that shit. I'm just saying that, you know, you start wearing too many yoga pants and start putting on too much of the eyeliner, nobody's going to take sympathy on you because somebody paid for your fucking $200 pants and somebody also paid for your fucking eyeliner. So, like, look, anybody who's got a kid, here's the way I think of it. Anybody who has a kid is not buying makeup. Unless you're well off. Like, if you're well off, fine dandy. But anybody who is actually struggling, fuck the makeup and takes care of the kid. So if you're still putting on eyeliner and claiming poverty, I'm willing to smack a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say? Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
That's very nice. Kane said, fuck him. Okay. I've always hated people that had that type of mindset. Most good mothers would never be able to abandon their children unless absolutely necessary. Yeah, so what's happened here is that we don't have a necessarily shitty father. We have a traditional father. Let's call a spade, okay? Because you're judging this man based on the fact that he said, fuck, get out of my house. He's trying to... I don't know how to explain it in a nice way, because it's not nice. It's not nice, but the fact that he's going against tradition. Listen, every bone and his entire... How old... Dwarves are even older. So let's say 200 years of this man's life, he's been told these are the rules of the world. You have to abide by these rules. And his daughter just fucked those rules in the ass. Right? And he's supposed to say... Shit. So he's struggling, and the moment one person just comes along and says, no, he's like, yeah, because he was on the teetering point. So that does not make him a bad father. He's not a good father, but he's not a bad father, because the moment he had the opportunity to save his daughter, he really? Yeah. No. Yeah. Like, remember, his upbringing of 200 years, or 100 years, or 50 years, or whatever, told him everything is wrong about his daughter. But his fatherly instinct is telling him, just come home. And it took one stranger to say, maybe she should come home. Yeah, fuck it. So he was on the edge. He was 49-51. So he's not that bad a guy. That's all I'm saying. Kane said, I agree with you to a certain extent, but there are some high-end women that will in your face and make it seem like every word they say is 100%. No, I agree with that too. Women are evil, man. They really are. Kane said, I don't think appearance is the best way to judge someone is lying or not 8 out of 10 times. No. It is not, but put to you this way. A police officer, once again, people are going to say Black Lives Matter and blah, blah, blah to this statement, but if I... Alright, let's do a little example. Alright, see me? Alright, here we go. So... Now, do I look a little fucking suspicious? Do I look a little gangster, motherfucker? Now, hi, how you doing? The color of my skin did not matter in that regard. But what did the police officer see from those two individuals? The way you dress and the way you hold yourself matters. 100%. And no one could convince me otherwise. If I dress like a fucking douchebag or a punk, I'm gonna be treated like a punk. But if I'm dressed normally and I hold my head up high and I'm not fucking scuzzing around and fucking doing this shit, acting like fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings, I ain't gonna get fucking shit. I've been stopped by police officers before when I was a teenage punk because I was dressed like a teenage punk. You know how many times I've been stopped since I fucking cleaned up my act and acted like a fucking proper adult? 0. Haven't seen a cop in fucking 10 years. So, what's the difference? I still walk the same streets, same time of night, same cops, same cars. What's the difference? You can argue, I'm a male, I'm white, I'm all that shit. Fuck off. I got stopped by a cop every fucking Saturday when I was 17 years old, dressed like a fucking asshole with an oversized hoodie, fucking walking like a fucking gangster with 6 knives on me and all that fucking tough guy bullshit. You know? So don't give me that shit. That shit's bullshit. Appearance matters. Appearance is 90 fucking % of how we judge everybody. The first thing you judge on someone before you even see them is their appearance. Kane said, the thing that I'm mad about is not that he is a traditional type of person. I'm mad that he's calling the innocent baby an it. Oh, well, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. That's annoying. But then he changed his tune right away. He changed his tune right away. So, like, once again, we have to learn to, like, listen. For example, if you had a dude, if you had a dad or a person that said the word homo all the time and said, yeah, you're gay, you're a faggot, you're a homo, whatever, right? But then he learned to be better. What do you do with that person? Do you make him suffer for his entire life? Or do you be the better person? Like, let's say he used those things and he hated gay people and he said gay, faggot, homo, whatever. But then he had a revelation, whatever. And somebody came into his life and this person fixed himself. And 5 years later, he comes back. And he's not that same person. And he tries to make amends and said, I'm not the same person. I'm very sorry for all the hurtful things I said. I was wrong. I accept gay people now, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying for you to, like, fuck this man. But I'm saying, what do you do? That's my question. Because to turn him away means you're just as intolerable as he was. He learned from his mistakes. He is trying to acknowledge that he made mistakes and is trying to be better, and for you to fucking... You know what I mean? So, in the same sense, this father is trying to say, fuck all my upbringing, 40 in dwarven years, probably 200 years of upbringing, told me fuck all this, and he is literally going against 200 years of religious and fucking traditional bullshit to say I'm gonna accept my wife and her kid, or sorry, my daughter and her kid. You understand that makes him a even better father, the fact that he's going against more tradition than we have in this history? Like, yeah, like, it's wholesome, trust me. It is. Kane said, I agree with you when people 100% judge you on your appearance. That's why Ted Bundy was able to kill as many people as he did. He looked like a regular handsome person for the first period. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Me as a 6 to 7 out of 10 can say so many creepy things to a woman before they get creeped out. A 3 out of 10 can't say anything I say to a woman. A 10 out of 10 can say shit that I could never say to a woman. Appearance matters. 100%. But we're going to go for a quick break and we will be right back. Okay, so let's just see. So we cleared up that quest, which was interesting, but we really need to get the assassin's quarter, the yada 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 of the crows. Sorry guys, I feel like I got something in my teeth, which I definitely do. Very unfortunate. So I'm gonna look like absolute shit.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Okay. Attributes for 15. Oh. Alright. Good to know. Alright, we'll take those. But 15 gold? I don't think we can give that yet. Okay, plate gloves, leather boots, frostbear. Oh, maybe we can. $15 even? Well, let's give you this. There we go. Why not? And then we can just use it. There we go. Level up. 1, 2. Let's. Strength seems like the obvious choice. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go strength. 15 gold for 1 strength. I don't know if that was worth it. I really feel like it wasn't. So let's see. Can we load? Yeah. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. It's an attribute 1 like it's not even 3. It's 1. Like what the fuck? What was that? What was that? You know what I mean? Like that's stupid. Like that's a dumb. Yeah, fuck you, man. You're terrible. Alright, so I know that there is, like, of course, floor carving. Yep.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
So the city of Orzammar, and there's also things here, I believe. Yeah. Life in Orzammar. Okay, cool.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail? At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum. I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Interesting. For the Smith cast?
Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself. Of course, keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Pick a few traps just to wet the whistle. Rock Knocker is 11. Damn. But look at that. Dragon Bone Heavy Gun. No wonder. They're all Dragon Bone or Silverite level. Jesus Christ. No wonder they're so expensive. Like, holy fuck. Granted, I can't afford it, but what the hell? Well, we know where to go if we want some fucking Dragon Bone, I guess. Jesus Christ. Makes you feel like a fucking invalid, that does. Alright, so the only thing we need to do is get to the... Let's see, the... Nothing there. Okay.
Excuse me. Greetings and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying? Right. Yeah, I have some lovely things here. Lyrium enhanced, of course.
Oh, we have a Tomb of Physical Technique for 19 gold. Rose's Thorn, we're never gonna get that. And by the way, it's not actually that good. Life Giver's here. Okay, the golden mirror, gold amulet, bracelet. But yeah, so for you're telling me it's Viridium, but you're telling me 19, really? Like, I don't think I could, even if I sold everything I got. I mean, let's sell the crystals, just to see. We're only at 18. Slow run. Okay, an expert slow run. Alright, fine. Tomb of Physical Technique, let's buy it. Let's empty out our fucking savings. And let's use it. God damn it, I can't believe I did that, but gotta do it. So now we have the level up. Boom. Next. It's all about the skill. We're not level 14 yet. Of course not. Wait. I don't need it. Because realistically, none of these do anything for me. Okay, so load game. Yep. We don't need that either, because we already got all this. We want the skill ones, sure, but we don't want those ones. Alright. Let's go to the diamond quarter. We can't.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? You
Sure.
look like you're not from around here. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. I want to go to the Circle to study.
I assure you that desire will depart the moment you arrive.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Well, okay. A little high strung there, but is what it is. Okay, so that's the Diamond Quarter. What leads down here? Deep roads? Yeah, this is deep roads.
The ancient passages that once led to the other dwarven kingdoms.
Yeah, okay. Right now, we're not going there. My wife's texting me. Sorry, guys. See. Alright, so we're in the Diamond Quarter officially, so we just need to get to that fucking... We need to get to that assembly.
So the closer you live to the surface, the higher class you are. Unless you're actually on the surface.
Weird. Wait, what?
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
There's more crier weapon rack. Okay.
All right, all right. News of the hour. Support Lord Balin at your peril. Evidence.
Harriman's estate. Lady Days. Who's this?
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Okay. Sure. I just want to know how I can get into the fucking royal palace.
News of the hour. 2 more clans endorsed Lord Balin as the new king. Change is inevitable, and it must come quickly.
Caden says Chucky beats Ghostface. Wrong.
So, how is it the dwarves have a king? I thought they voted on everything, or something like that.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense.
I'll get on it.
Chucky beats Ghostface. No. Jason Voorhees beats Michael Myers. No. Pinhead beats Freddy Krueger. No. Candyman beats Boogeyman. I don't know who either of them are. Hannibal Lecter beats Leatherface, yes, and 100% facts prove me wrong. That's going to take too long. But I already gave you my assumptions on how the battles would go. I think Ghostface would beat Chucky. I think Michael Myers beats Jason. Though, to be fair, Jason versus Michael Myers is the biggest 50-50 of all time. Pinhead beating Freddy Krueger, get the fuck out of here. Robert Englund, he's beating the shit out of Pinhead. Who the fuck even is Pinhead? Hellraiser. Nobody remembers those movies. Nobody cares about those movies. It's Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and fucking Scream. Nobody cares about those movies. I don't even know Candyman versus Boogeyman. Hannibal Lecter is the OG, so he wins. And yeah. Alright, so apparently we have people to kill in here. Oh god, well, no. Okay.
Witnesses, get them!
Nothing but a
You cannot win!
excellent.
Some tunneling thieves, eh?
What's going on? By the ancestors.
Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act.
I'll get on it.
I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
Okay.
I'll get on it.
And let me guess, I can't, no. Alright. Wait, if I leave, can I change my party right now? Can I change the party in Orzammar? Because I'll do that. Very quickly, very easily.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Blast and damnation.
Indeed.
Alrighty. Let's go.
Got it.
Ken said, I would always consider Spider-Man the greatest hero of all time. Got better ones, but sure. Very good choice. In comics? Oh, in comics. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best choice, yeah. But I do think that by making them go through too many hardships, like unrealistic hardships for no reason. Spider-Man always suffered hardships, though. That's what made him strong, that's what makes him the best. If you end up taking that away from him, is it really him? Know what I'm saying?
Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Wait. So there's a stone puzzle in here. Alright, we'll figure that shit out later.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Okay, fair enough.
The prince values your support, Warden.
But I thought there was a... Wasn't there something in Denerim? You have a contact to kill Ambassador Ganley, who is residing in the royal palace of Orzammar. But I discovered every inch of Orzammar and did not encounter a Ganley. Huh. Must be after I choose, it must be when after I choose the king. Which is unfortunately gotta be Balin, because now my conscience won't allow me to not pick it, so.
Lord Balin is the voice of change and defense. Lord Haramont is the voice of stagnation and ruin.
Kane said every other superheroes and villains say Spider-Man has a really messed up life because of all the stuff he goes through and none of them wishes to be him. I mean, would you want to be him? Most people wouldn't. Can I go in? Oh, I can. Wow.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host.
Every other Superman villain is Spider-Man, and none of them wish to be him. Lion Rev says it'll be unavailable when you choose the king, so do it now. It's easy. Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I guess I could do it now. I guess I could do Orzammar, it's fine.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. You must understand, Haramont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper. Haramont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Haramont's deception.
Irrefutable evidence, which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Haramont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers.
Kane said since Spider-Man has always gone through hardships, that's fine, but they make him go through unrealistic scenarios, just make him suffer sometimes, like when he gave up his unborn child to save Aunt May. Yeah, they make Spider-Man the scapegoat for every wrong thing to happen to anybody. He said, who do you think should be the king? Here's the problem. I played the other games. I have played this game saying Haramont 110%. And if you play the dwarf origin story, you know that Balin killed your older brother and then tried to make you and your Grey Warden on the sole fact that he poisoned his dad, killed his older brother, and then he tried to get his second brother sent to the Deep Roads to die or become a Grey Warden. So he's a piece of shit. However, BioWare fucked up because Haramont inheriting the throne does the worst things in all subsequent games. If you make Haramont the king, everything goes wrong. Nothing good happens. Knowing that, I gotta make Balin king. This is gonna be my first, well, actually my second time, because I did it for the role play. But this is gonna be my second time ever of making Balin king. And I am so fucking mad at it, because Haramont should be king, but Balin is gonna have to be the king, and I just hate it.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace. Enough. The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Jesus Christ.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Fair enough.
Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The assembly is blind to all else. This is their world, and it ended when Endrin died. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrimont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
See, well, I really hate working for Balin, but I think I gotta do it. I think Lion Rev is right. Why not just do Orzammar right now? Why not just do the quest?
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrimont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrimont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties. You're asking the King of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street. If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Harrimont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrimont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrimont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrimont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the commons.
Well, here we go. We're gonna have to pick a side, and unfortunately, we had to pick Balin. I hate it. Kane said Adam should have curb-stomped Zeus head in when he had the chance. Yeah, I still call BS, but Zeus survived getting his head turned 360, but whatever. Yeah, I call that bullshit too. Realistically, Adam won. Kane said, now that I think about it, it's a really good fight that could have happened would be Adam versus Buddha. I would like to see how Adam would use Buddha's future sight against him. That would be fun. Alright, let's see. So let's see. 90 days. So I gotta go the direction I'm going. This direction. Apparently this direction. Lady Dace is in this direction? Okay. Wait, is she really? No, because this is fucking new, so... Yeah, no, none of this is fucking... Let's go to the Chaponate. I gotta pee. No, I really do have to. And once we get through all these, I'm sure there's more than one. Yeah. Yeah.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
Yeah, there's quite a lot.
Got it.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads. A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of shit here. Let's see.
I'm sorry, you'll have to bother someone else with your questions.
Now's better than later.
Okay, T-Prods, and then boom. Here we go into the library, which we get a lot of codexes. Let's go.
Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alright. And then, what else we got? Book on the floor. Liana.
Mm-hmm.
Gloves of Diligence. Oh, Gloves of Wait, Gloves of Diligence? Oh, I love the Armor of Diligence. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. They're silverite gloves. Where the fuck are they? There. Oh, yes. Oh, fuck the hell yes. Silverite, yes. Yes. Oh, hell fucking yeah. Look at those gloves. Matching my... What is my current armor anyways? Armor of Diligence, hence the point. I finally found the Gloves of Diligence, yes. I look like I'm a proper fucking knight. Just need the boots to match. Kane said it is proven within record of Ragnarok, even though Shiva is the head of the pantheon, he is nowhere near the strongest god. There is proven by Zeus bitched him before round 2nd and Poseidon died. Yeah, 100%. Shiva's a bitch. Kane said in all honesty, I think round 9 should end in a draw, because I think Tesla is the perfect opponent for Beelzebub / Satan. I honestly don't think the fight is over just yet. Will it end in a draw? Who knows? Let's see. Kane said you should probably play Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 6, maybe even Resident Evil 3 remastered, which is by far the best game of the franchise. I've played 2 Resident Evil games and I liked both of them. Lion Rev said the boots are in Redcliffe. They are? I must not have had the unlocking seal to get them. Where are they? Are they in Redcliffe Castle or something? Because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to get better armor by the end, but I just look like a baller. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so let's see. So let's go like this. Let's go tab. And okay,
got it.
So, let's just double check here. Nothing there, but there is some stuff over here apparently. Yeah. Like this. Scribe and okay, maybe not. Alright. Let's talk to the Shaper.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand.
Lion Rev said you buy them in the store. Which store?
A stranger with such thoughts.
Because I never saw them.
The Shaper of
Lion Rev said, and you can find a cool helmet if you take the dog to the deep ropes and ask him to find things. Oh, really? Cool.
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with...
But I don't remember the, yeah. Buying them in the store. Which store? Because I don't remember seeing them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because we're getting better gear anyways.
These are Harrowmont lands promised here. But these are not the deals we approved at the Shaperate. Where did you get these? Whom are you protecting? It is a crime against the Shaperate to falsify legal documents. Not entirely. There were 2 promised deals, but their terms differed significantly from what is presented here. It appears the scripter altered the dates and locations of the agreements to make them identical. The prince consulted me before his father died. He wanted to know about King Bimo, the last king to rule during a blight. I told him Bimo made many changes during his rule. The assembly was even disbanded for a 2-year period. Bimo declared that, in times of war, the warrior caste answered directly to the king and all voting was suspended. Balin seemed quite interested. The Shaperate do not vote. We simply record history as it happens. I cannot speak my opinions. History can be changed with a careless word.
Kane said, what would be your 13 human anime characters we put in regular Ragnarok to fight against the gods? Remember the god to be 100% human. And if you remember, Caden, I promised I would make that video. And I will. But I can't say it here because I gotta do my research first. 100% human characters. Vlad counts, by the way. Vlad counts. Characters not so far shown in Record of Ragnarok as 13 human combatants. I'll get to you. Lion Rev said the blacksmith, he gets some things if you save his daughter. Yeah, I fucked that up, unfortunately, and I didn't save his daughter. I tried to reload an old save, but it didn't work. I thought I did it, but I didn't. So, this is where we're at. It sucks. But anyways, we'll be right back. Alrighty, so yeah, we did that. Kane said, no particular order: Krillin, Yamcha, Naruto, Garp, Madara, Idra, Heshirima, Whitebeard, Sandra, Masayoshi, Guts, Escanor, Sasuke. In no particular order. What then what order are we talking about? Kane said, I'm sorry, Griever, but didn't you feel at saving his daughter? Yeah, I know. I fucked up, man. I'm sorry.
You are an outsider, Warden, but not outside the law. I hope you will not do anything to challenge the stability of Orzammar. Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzammar's memories? That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition? He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzammar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Alright.
I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
And there we go. So let's...
Ah, you return, Warden.
Listen to the
more you
Orsa.
would know from... Ask, and I shall do my best. All they are venerated as living. It could burn.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna
She
skip
went into the deep.
this.
The twins Koapar and Nak. They should not have been born. Is there something more pleasant? They are venerated as living ancestors. But we lost too many battles. Kal Shirak is the only other city, except your order. Kal Shirak is the only other your president.
Just trying to see if there's any codexes in that. Apparently there wasn't, so not really willing to listen to it. And ooh, we have a quest.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Alrighty. Let's do a few of those quests, shall we? The end of the shipping, eh? To the highest of all.
I wonder why they decided to build a city around streams of lava. It's an accident waiting to happen.
Fair point, honestly. Wall carving. Okay, what do we got here, though? Royal Palace?
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, most likely to pay respects to the rightful king, Prince Balin.
Hey, Dace.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
Kane said, these would be my 13 picks for real humans from history. Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, King Arthur, Muhammad Ali, Shako Zulu, First Pharaoh of Egypt, Leonidas, Roosevelt, and the White Death. But you've already picked, you can't pick the White Death because the White Death is already included on the list. That's not fair. Kane said Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, President Putin, and Genghis Khan. Why the fuck would you have Vladimir Putin on there? In this day and age, that's not nice.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it. He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient Tig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt. He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go? So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
Well, no. I don't honestly give a shit. Because I hate Balin, but...
Lord Balin's...
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
I'll get on it. Now.
Though I like your other choices, Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Kane said, why would they have Jack the Ripper on the roster? Messed up people can be in the tournament. Yeah, but people who have been dead for 200 years is much different than people that are trying to start World War III today, my man. Like, it's a different kettle of fish, my guy.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too.
Same goes for Rasputin. Once again, they're dead.
Common nugs. I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say. Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvie I'll get her money.
Jarvie is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
And to be fair, honorary spelt wrong person for the team Vlad the Impaler? Yeah.
Can I get you a
Count
ladder so you can get off my
Dracul.
back?
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well, looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. or I can't say what might happen. Whoa, whoa! All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
There they go. They run the fuck out.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Alright. Few health potions. Why not? I mean, that's what we're here for. Tree kit. Yeah. Then we look at the other smaller things. Elf Root 7, sure. Some flasks. Why not? And deep mushrooms, yep. No, the whole bit. And a remarkable emerald, which, well, of course, we are not going to buy. Okay. Now what's the deal?
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's
Cain
the
said,
older
I
area
might
of
be
the city
confused,
where
but
the
doesn't
Castlists
Ichigo
congregate.
son have
She's
a
the
place
one
of the
directing
Prince of
this
King
depravity.
part of him? If
Since
that
good
doesn't
King
mean
Endred died,
Ichigo
they're
son
getting
might have
bolder.
the Almighty.
They used to be a problem only
Ichigo son does not have
now
the
they're in
Almighty.
the comments, shaking honest men down.
Cain said, and I have a feeling that Ichigo's son is going to end up with Rukia's daughter. Probably. That's sort of been established at the end of the series. Cain said, the only other person in anime that takes more errors than Yamcha is Rukia's husband because he's always taking L's. He's never won a fight. Even when he got his true Bankai, he still took big L's. That is true and so sad when you think about it.
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper. Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
Well, I got a nug. That's two nugs. Apparently, if I go into tapsters, there's another. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar? Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And they'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day. Otherwise, my whole house will be humiliated. Doesn't make a difference anyway, one's as bad as the next.
I don't particularly like doing that.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branca. But I guess you're just like all the rest. Branca's a paragon. Only one smart enough to be raised in the last 4 generations. She's a smith. Invented some kind of new coal that burns clean. It's been 2 years since she disappeared down the deep roads, and your boss never gave her a thought. I wonder, what does he think he can get from her now? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He wants it for himself, right? A little blessing from the ancients' technology, and he's assured the throne. Is that it?
Let's see. So Ogren is he's a person.
You are looking for it. Of course, that's all anyone cares about. Well, sod off and sod your mother too. I need a bleeding drink. You keep on your errands. Until your boss really commits to looking, you're getting nothing but smoke out of old Ogren.
Okay. Well, at least we found Ogren. Apparently we can't get him until we do the part 2 of the Balin quest. The only person, let's see, do you think Blackfreeze is going to want to get around to, is going to go with Broly because of the hour-long last when Broly gave him back in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie? They said that that was canon and all that fun jazz, but once again, I'm sitting here like, you know what I mean? There's shit going on, which is fine dandy, but I'm also sitting here going, yeah, you know?
Go on, I'm out of the nut game. Got nothing to sell. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Okay, so we gotta go to the Proving Grounds. But yeah, once again, that technically was canon, but wasn't canon, and until it's proven otherwise, I have no fucking idea. Who's this asshole?
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
What? Is Ogren back again?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branca. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino. All Mino's son said was how unlikely it was that a bunch of Smiths would return safely from the deep roads. Which is true. Ancestors preserve us. That's what the warrior caste is for. but Ogren claimed it was an insult to a Paragon. Next thing, they're in a duel to first blood to defend Branca's honor, then Ogren starts screaming and runs him through. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him. Well, before she was a Paragon, she was just a smith, and Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
I see.
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her. She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly a third. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a Paragon. They moved Branca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name. It's been 2 years since Branca left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep... If you see any guardsmen, tell them... Lord Balin is a bad, bad man! Yes, very bad!
Okay. Well, then Lord Harrowmont is a politician, yeah.
Quiet against the Darkspawn, says Lord Balin.
Terrible, terrible politician. Yeah. Assembly. I want the proving grounds. Where the fuck are the proving grounds, though? Where are the proving grounds, though? There's Harrowmont. Royal Palace. I swear there was the proving grounds before. Okay, I'm in the wrong area. Where the hell are these proving grounds, though? I'll go back to Dusttown to find them, but I swear they weren't in Dusttown. Why would the proving grounds be with the castless? That makes no fucking sense. You'd think they'd be in the Diamond Quarter.
All right, all right.
Let's check the map here. Figures, Hall of Heroes, Jenners, Chantry, Dusttown, the Proving Grounds. There we go. How do we get there? Through the Hall of Heroes? No. You just have a different method to get there. Okay. Okay, that's the Deep Roads exit, right? Hall of Heroes. Let's see. Classic Gamer Weston said, "What are you doing? What quest are you on?" Currently, I am in the Orzammar. Doing the Orzammar quest. How you doing? How you doing? Trying to figure out how to get to the Proving Grounds. I feel like I was supposed to...
Oh, you know about him and Morrigan, right? You heard?
I think I know what you are talking about, yes.
And you agree with it? You don't think that it's dangerous?
Dangerous for whom? Her or him?
Anyone. She's Malefica and rotten to the core. How could he even... this can't be a good idea. She can't be a good influence on him.
I will admit that the thought did cross my mind several times. But look at it another way. Perhaps he will be a good influence on her.
You know, you are just too understanding about stuff like this. Can't you be more judgmental? I'm trying to rant here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead and rant, dear. And I'll just nod my head if you like.
I love the interactions. The party banter is top tier. It cannot be beat. The party banter is the reason you play the game. Classic Gamer Winston, which classic, did you forget the S? Is I'm doing good. Well, that's fantastic. Alright, so let's see. Bring the fan. Bring the fan. Okay. Wall carving. Oh. Gotta go to the wall carving.
The Proving Grounds. Bloodsport entertainment for the masses, at its best.
All right, all right.
There we are.
What's on your mind?
Nope, don't want to talk to you.
No trouble.
What's in here? I know there's something in here because someone told me. Jar's chest.
Guards, remove this intruder.
Okay, I can't open that, but what have you? Marja, going up to the Proving Grounds.
This is a private area. Combatants only.
Well, I am a combatant and I'm going to kick all of your asses, so... Don't think we have much of a problem, do we?
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Why, I'm Basil Harrimont, but you know that. Why else would you... if you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything. So I take it you weren't sent here to find out if I withdrew from the Proving. In that case, never mind.
You do that.
Well, I'm gonna hit save, just in case. You never know what could happen. And I'm gonna go check the sausages I have cooking, and I'll be right back. Well, alrighty. Let's see what's going on here.
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight?
Like to fight.
Oh, I forget. This proving will honor King Endred.
Wait, I thought part of my Balin thing was to... Wait a minute. Let's see. But if I fight for Lord Haremont, let's just see what happens. I'm going to save it right here, just in case. But if I say I'm fighting for Balin, I might...
Ha, you're back. Did you... Well, let me just... Now, is there a particular name you wish listed? We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start? That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as... Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fight... Go down to the... This is the glory proving. Fought on... First up is Suvern of the Warrior Caste. Many of you remember when Sewern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring.
What an asshole.
Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Heramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Iduken and our future King Balin.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Get on it.
The winner is the Grey Warden.
Well, there we go. But I'm
That
trying to
was
do
an
this
exciting
for...
start, Warden. Sewern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us go.
I imagine I can turn the tide and speak
This
for...
is a glory proving.
Balin?
Fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Heramont's champion takes on the notorious...
When you fall.
I just want to see.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Look in horror as I back behind you.
Okay.
The winner is the Grey... Well, that... Are you ready for your next opponent? Very well.
Alrighty. So... I'm curious. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I should do the Balin shit first. But going into the deep roads first seems... stupid. I don't know.
Good, you're back. Are you ready? The crowd is eager to see another victory. Go. This Hera we'll find and to... First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Now, better than later.
Show them no mercy. How about you?
The winner is the Grey Warden. Heramont will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a Are you ready for your next opponent? This, Matt Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face vote last one standing with...
I see enemies ahead. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I probably could have done it without a second by the looks of this shit.
The winner is the Grey... Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent. This is only two challenging each.
You fight well, but your judgment is questionable. The throne...
Last...
Someone's gonna fall on it!
Got it.
Let's make this quick!
Die already! That's right!
Ready?
Face my steel!
Attack!
You're gonna regret this!
Sounds like you cannot be beat. Lord Harry.
Let's see some blood! You get no mercy from me!
This part takes forever.
Sounds like you cannot be beat. Lord Harry.
Okay, so no. Alright. Got it. We're gonna load right here, because clearly we're not supposed to be in the provings. If we're supposed to be for Balin, we're not supposed to be in this. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So let's see. Gotta go to the deep roads. Don't want to go to the deep roads, but apparently we have to go to the deep roads. So we're gonna go to the deep roads. Like a bunch of bitches. Same map.
You looking at something?
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone. They're an order of female warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior caste who first fought for women's right to be soldiers. When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to training until she won a grand proving bare-handed. The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor. Ancestors guide you.
Well, that's dumb as shit to do, but alright. Cut off your arms, cut off your legs, do whatever makes you happy, but you're still a fucking moron.
I'll get on it.
Proving armsman?
Fine to see you here, Warden. A number of people have the rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. Assembly restricted, not illegal. All that ritual lets nobles rationalize it's not a blood sport. They don't like commoners using the arena for petty squabbles. Some of us prefer an honest spectacle. And sometimes someone needs a good beating, and all that talking gets it. Say the word and I'll line up a team from... They're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics. Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. You're back. I'll be here.
I was looking for loot, but not that shit, so...
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before. Was. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today. I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harriman's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes. Exactly. I'd back Harriman as he asked, but if he's giving up, I won't sacrifice my family so he can retire with dignity. Oh? And where did you hear this that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly? Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Harriman. He's an upstanding man, He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll... Maybe I will at that.
Well, I think I helped the wrong cause there, but it is what it is. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. We got a lot of fucking heads to cross. So we can't talk to you. We can't talk to you. We need to get the fuck out of here. We need to go to the deep roads first. We need to do Balin's shit. Which wants me to go to the deep roads because he's an asshole. So let's see. Map. Deep roads. To the left, to the left.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Of all the... Indeed.
What's this? A human? Did we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today. I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Just because the beasts have pulled back from Orzammar doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening. What anyone knows? She went out there with her entire house and she's never coming back.
You don't think maybe she's still there, Commander? She is a Paragon, after all.
And now she's an ancestor. No one lasts 2 years in the tunnels. Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin. Ugly beasts they are. Walk on 2 legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size. A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Legion of the Dead. Interesting.
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes. Or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death. Best of luck.
Alright. Here we go.
Now we go into bed.
You should run while you can.
They won't know what hit them.
Here comes trouble.
And let's handle that. We have only my own injuries.
All right, all right.
We did end up using a health potion. But the problem is it didn't end up doing anything.
Yes? Something you need?
And I was very upset by that. That's all that's here. We are in the deep roads after all. We can leave at any time, thankfully. So we walked this way, didn't get anything. That's that way. It was only this way, hence the deep roads. So what I propose we do is we table this for tonight. It is 20 to 12, you know, and I have to work in the morning. We've been playing for over 3 hours. We've read all the codexes. We have codexes to read on the next stream. And now we're in the deep roads. We might as well continue the deep roads for a little bit. So, yeah. So I'm going to hit save the game. I'm going to call this Deep Roads. Bam. Deep. Shit. Deep. Jesus. Roads. There we go. So we're calling this Deep Roads. We saved. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. Don't forget to drink responsibly as I always do. And hopefully we have a much more exciting stream next time, because this one was more of a transitional one. We had a lot of bullshit happening in between, sort of deciding where do we go. But nonetheless, we did clear up some bullshit. So don't think we didn't. So anyways, yeah, we'll be back next time. Happy to be here. Hope you guys are too. Bye bye.